Speaking of HPV, we watched The Matrix Reloaded.
That is not how we're starting this episode. Welcome back to HPV does. Fuck you guys.
It does what it does.
Welcome back to DQP Does, the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network movie review show, where we...
I understood all of that.
Shoot, I was falling
Please
asleep
translate.
to it earlier.
It's only going to make sense to the people in this room, but not Dave.
Nope. I just rolled with it. That's how I live my life.
If you get that joke, go ahead and hit us up at dqpdoes@gmail.com.
Yeah, speaking of, let me check the email.
Well, hold on, let me... Checking the email right now is my co-host, Russell.
Yes, and we have no emails.
Oh, okay, we have no emails.
We're on a roll.
I know we do,
fucking
but
gun.
like one's from Google, one's from YouTube. Some Nicholas person who wants us to be a brand ambassador.
For what?
I don't know. Probably
What's he want us to be a brand
t-shirts.
ambassador for?
I hope it's not Nike.
My name is
Wait,
Nicholas.
I hope it is Nike.
Oh, read the whole thing.
And I am reaching out to you. Oh, God.
Sorry, is it long?
We'll do highlights.
Yeah.
My name is Nicholas, and I'm reaching out to you today because of your podcast, Drafty Quarters Podcast.
Podcast.
He doesn't really listen.
No, I don't think he does.
Should be ashamed, Nicholas.
Nicholas.
Nick. I keep saying it wrong because I keep saying Nicholas, and his name is actually Nicholas.
Oh, Nicorus?
Nick.
You're a liar. Can't
I am
even
the
spell your
founder.
fucking name right.
I am the founder of Audrey, where we help podcasts partner up with each other to grow their audiences jointly.
He
For
named
this,
it after his girlfriend.
we have been building a platform of 3,000 plus shows that connects like-minded podcasts for cross promotions and partnerships. The
And he
platform is
doesn't know the
entirely
name
free.
of any of them.
Entirely free for podcast hosts. We would love to have you and Drafty Quarters Podcast on board. I just want to know why he left out like the fourth word in our podcast name.
Yeah.
Movie
Well, because
review
his auto form fill just looks at the first three words.
Yeah.
It adds podcast to it.
Yeah.
Give me some bread, because that sounds like spam, bro.
Audrey helps to team up with other like-minded podcasters for cross collaborations and cross promotions. He already said that.
Yeah.
We give you the tools you need to browse, identify, and connect with shows in your niche. Ultimately, it is up to you who you want to work with, and you keep full control over the way you collaborate. We vet all the podcasts before they can use this platform.
Oh, never mind. We're out.
He's going to hear this and be like, no, you can't make fun of me.
Guys, hear me out. I think we should do it.
So click the link, because there's a link.
Oh, no. Don't click links in your email. Like,
No, I'm
never.
not. Please follow
Like-
the link here. We took the time to pre-fill some information for you.
Oh, hell
Ooh.
no. Hell no.
They're doing half the work for us. I think we should go for it.
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Dave's
don't
got a
trust
point.
Nicorus.
This guy wants to pre-fill us. So,
Dude, even shit that I subscribe to, I like go to the website myself and look for the sales, you know? Like, I
Yeah.
don't fucking follow any links in my email. Go fuck yourself.
same.
And I still got my fucking debit card stolen this week. Motherfuckers.
Oh, hey, I need to give you your debit card back.
I'm gonna fucking kill you. And the person I'm going to kill is Nathan.
You
Not Nicorus.
just got this episode taken off Facebook. Good job, Shane.
What? Because I said I'm gonna kill my co-host?
Yeah.
Or, well, he's not my co-host. He's like a regular.
Well, you know,
He's also a
Fuck
co-host.
Facebook.
Did you
We're all
finish
co-hosts
introductions
here.
or did I bogart that?
Yeah, you like jumped right in. I haven't talked to Dave yet.
Oh,
I
dude,
was
it's
I
real
was
easy.
pre-filled. I'm sorry.
So the co-host is Russell, and I'm Nathan. I don't have a title.
Yeah,
And then there's Dave.
the new guy.
He's new.
Hi, I'm Dave, the new guy. Nicholas already emailed me twice.
Well, that's bullshit because he hasn't talked to me since July 20th of 2020.
That's how old that email was.
Yeah.
Please, God, if you listen to this fucking show, send us emails. What the fuck? Russell's over here fucking reading emails from July of last year.
That email is 9 months old.
Oh, yeah. Fuck, dude.
It's on the front page still.
Man, Audrey's probably got a baby by now.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's probably not his girlfriend. It's probably like the goth girl that works at the gas station that he is like wants to bang, but he just like hangs around at the soda machine for like an hour a day.
Oh, God.
Just wasting all the Coca-Cola
Oh,
syrup.
Holy shit, I know this Nicorus.
So,
Named his company after her.
does he often tell you that he's a good guy?
Oh no.
Does he often have fits of rage like a little bitch?
Those are the same thing, right?
Oh,
Okay.
Wow.
He takes his job way too seriously.
So we watched a movie.
Oh,
We're
shit, we
supposed to
did?
talk about.
Oh, yeah.
I
For
heard.
a second, I thought we were doing advanced
Yeah.
DQP.
Yeah, right.
We did watch a movie.
Yeah.
I watched Coming to America 2.
I did too.
Did you like it?
I liked it.
Did you like it as good as the first one?
No, it's not nearly as good as the first one. It was too formulaic. It was too pandering. There were too many jokes about Eddie Murphy being old.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand technology.
yeah.
I'm from Africa.
Yeah.
Like, when you're what? No, get out of here.
Yeah, they made him look like less of a badass in the first one. Like the first one, like he was like cool. And the second one, he's just old.
Yeah, I liked the strive, like the having to like strive to be like a father to a son out of nowhere.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Shane's looking at me confused. So Shane, if you didn't know,
Oh my god.
did you ever watch
Coming to America?
The
I
first
watched
one's
the
awesome.
first one.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, it's a
His-
rite of passage, I think, as like an American.
Yeah.
Like everyone's seen this movie because it was fucking great.
Yeah.
The second one was good, just not great.
Are we going to get to the podcast? I'm just wondering.
this is the podcast.
I'm wondering. Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Oh, well.
Yeah, we didn't
Getting
watch this
serious.
fucking movie, but like I don't know what we're going
What
to talk
movie
about.
did you guys watch?
We watched Matrix Reloaded.
Oh,
I also watched that movie.
I wish I hadn't.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I watched almost all of it.
I wish I'd have fell asleep too. But I was driving. That's a whole other
He
conversation.
was watching the movie while driving.
I was listening.
I'm
Yeah, I
alone
knew what you meant.
in a desert with no water.
Desert.
Desert.
I love desserts.
Oh my god. Desert ends with a T, just so you know, Russell. And dessert has 2 S's in it, Nathan.
And whipped cream.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shane. I hope correcting us made your day better.
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
It did actually make
Oh my
it just
God, I got
a little
dilly
bit
bar
better.
in the freezer.
Huh?
There's a dilly bar in the freezer.
Yeah.
Dibs.
I fuck.
You don't even live here.
Dude, I like
Good
I
job,
like-
Dave.
I picked that
I'm
fucking
proud of
dilly
you.
bar up like 4 times this week and was like, this is the last one. I'm not gonna eat it.
Oh. Well, apparently it's Dave's now.
Apparently.
Fucked up.
You guys respect dibs. I like it. All
I
right.
should have fucking ate it.
We do respect dibs, depending on what it's on.
So do you guys have like a little like short form rating for Coming to America 2?
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
So I'd give it a 7.
Okay.
It's not one of the like it doesn't hold
Russell, I said short form.
up. Yeah, I
You said 7. I think that was good.
my brain might explode if I don't finish.
That's a myth.
Yeah, we don't want you to get blue brain. If he gets blue brain, it's over.
I get blue brain all the time. I'm sorry for subjecting you guys to that.
Nathan, what do you got for?
It hurts.
Okay. It wasn't as good as the first one.
Okay,
Same.
cool.
It was good though.
You should watch it though.
I recommend it.
Yeah, I
All right.
recommend it. It's free.
Yeah.
If I like get through all the other random shit that I need to watch,
I mean,
might
it's
end
free
up
if you have
watching it.
Amazon.
Who doesn't?
And if you don't have Amazon, the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, why are
True.
you not licking Jeff Bezos' balls? Like, what is going on?
That's that's a thing you can do.
Lick those sloppy nuts
Oh,
and watch
God.
Coming to America.
All
I'm gonna
right.
give his balls
Also,
10 out of 10.
watch Boss Level. It's also free on Amazon
fuck,
Prime.
That was good too.
That was way better than Coming to America.
Matrix Reloaded came out in 2003. It is rated R. It was 2 hours and 18 minutes. Continuation of the Matrix in the Matrix trilogy, which is about to be a quadrilogy. I don't
Fuck
know,
yeah.
sometime next year or the year after, or
I'm
whenever.
excited. The fourth
Whenever
one's
they
going to be
finish.
the best.
It's not going to be hard.
I am.
Good for you. So this movie picks up where the last one left off.
Yep.
Most everybody on the Nebuchadnezzar died, except for Trinity, Neo, Morpheus.
Yep.
I guess Tank, or wait, was it Dozer? Dozer died
Dozer died.
Yeah.
after
Mm-hmm.
the events of the first movie from his injuries, from Cypher. So his Dozer's brother-in-law is now the operator on the Nebuchadnezzar. What the fuck's his name?
dude from Oz.
Yes, you're correct.
I don't know his name. He was in a wheelchair in Oz though.
Harold Perrineau.
He's not really in a wheelchair. He can
No,
walk.
He can walk.
Whoa, how'd they do that?
I also feel
Just
the same
sat
way
in a
about that
wheelchair.
guy that is in the Superstore show. I thought he was in a wheelchair too, and I seen him walking.
You felt lied to.
Yep.
So anyway, he's the operator on the ship now. His name's Link. There
Cool
you
name.
go about their hijinks of dipping in and out of the Matrix, and the machines are trying to come. What?
You said hijinks and it made me laugh.
Okay.
Because it's supposed to be a serious movie, but
Yeah.
it's not.
This is a serious movie.
supposed to be.
No, it's not.
Okay.
So the machines are like drilling down to Zion, and it's like, how the fuck did they figure out where Zion is? We've looked
everywhere else.
Yeah,
It couldn't
the-
possibly be in the
yeah.
center of the fucking earth.
like the whole first movie is like the reason that they went and saved fucking Morpheus is because they couldn't get the locations and all the codes to get in and all that shit. So the machines were like, fuck that, we know where you are and we're coming. We're just gonna drill through the fucking earth and come through your roof, bitch. Now what? No knock. Gonna shoot your boyfriend.
Well, they were really loud that one night, so they probably gave their
it was
positioning away.
before that. The machines started before that.
Oh.
Yeah, they have a party, and the party scene is like 15 minutes long for some reason. And it's like mixed with a sex scene.
Cave rave.
It was Nathan's favorite scene.
I
Yeah.
fucking hated that scene.
Oh my god.
Fucking whole time, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I just thought everyone was gonna fuck in the cave because they were all sweaty and sex fueled, and that dancing does that. I watched Footloose. All right, I know.
Well, like the whole floor is like covered in liquid of some kind. I'm assuming it was sweat, but
And
it
semen.
may have been just all bodily fluids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sweat,
Yeah.
semen,
They were really
sweaty
missing
semens.
the bubbles.
The what?
The bubbles.
The bubbles?
Yeah, like a bubble party.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway,
Just like fucking in the bubbles.
so like
Interesting.
basically what happens is they're trying to talk to the Oracle again. Neo ends up talking to her, finds out that she's a program, but semi-friendly program that like points people in the right direction. But eventually figures out that it's all a fucking lie. And it's just a big fucking circle that Zion and the One are like a pressure valve of humans making choices, and that's the only way that they can accept being in the Matrix. But you're always going to have people that choose not to accept the Matrix, so they've got to go somewhere. So they send him to Zion, and the one is like the one that basically resets. It's like a fucking hard reset, right?
Yeah.
You know, he goes down there, they get their hopes up, and then the robots crash the party and kill them all, and then they tell the one, they're like, hey, look, this is all bullshit, but we're gonna give you a chance to repopulate this city that we just raised, and here's 16 women and 7 men, and bring it back. And the one's supposed to eat that crow and like just do it. Do
Right.
what the fucking machines say.
Yeah.
And apparently it's happened 5 times before.
Yeah.
So we get to that part and Neo's like, fuck you, I'm out. I'm gonna go save Trinity, even though I know she's gonna die. So he goes and he saves Trinity, but she dies and then he brings her back.
Yeah. Because he's actually the one
Yeah.
this time.
Anyway, so then like they get out but the machines have found their ship and it's too late to get away because apparently like the machines just figured out how bombs work like just this second, and instead of like physically attacking the ships, they're throwing bombs at them like a fucking shot putter.
It's true.
And-
like Donkey Kong
Yeah.
throwing barrels at Mario.
Yeah. Well, no, they like spin up with them in their they're like squids and then like hurl it like a fucking discus or a shot put. And or what's the hammer throw?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hammer throw. It's more like the hammer throw. So they blow their ship up, but they get out and they're running away, but they're running away from like floating squid robots, so they're fucked. And the robots get close, and Neo's like, wait, something's different. I can feel them. And looks at them and like puts his hand up and fries them. Because apparently now he's magic outside of the Matrix,
Dude,
not
He's-
just in the Matrix.
he's Kung Fu Jesus.
In the Matrix, where
No, I
rules
just-
don't exist. No,
Yeah.
see, like, this is the shark.
Uh-huh.
It has been jumped.
Mm.
Like, I mean, this is the last shark. It already jumped a few before this, but like, I mean, that's the end of the movie. Basically, like, Smith got out. He like is a self-replicating virus now, and like,
Yeah.
he like jumped into a dude that hadn't got like left. He was a real person that had not left the Matrix yet, and then left the Matrix as Smith into this dude's body. So he's in the real world in quotes.
Yeah.
Now. And he causes some problems and then ends up on the ship that rescues the crew of the Nebuchadnezzar. And that's how it ends. Neo is in a coma with Trinity by his side, and the dude's body that Smith jumped into is also unconscious in another bed in the I don't know, trauma room, whatever, of the ship
Yeah.
that they got rescued by.
Slow pan.
The end.
Dun dun dun.
There's also ghosts, and it
Yeah, there were
scared me.
ghosts. Yeah, so like they explain that, and I didn't remember them explaining it. During the Oracle scene, she's like, all the weird shit that people have ever seen. It's just a program doing what they're not supposed to do. So ghosts and vampires and werewolves, and I was like, wait,
Yeah.
holy shit, they did explain that, because then there's a couple dudes that seem like they're vampires, and they're watching a vampire movie, but
Yeah.
they don't have any, nothing
Yeah.
happens with them. They just get fucked.
They should have
Yeah.
elaborated on that more. I would have liked for whatever the Machiavelli, whatever the fuck that dude is.
Yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter.
I would have liked for all of his cohorts to just be various monsters.
Yeah.
I thought that would have been a little bit cooler.
Yeah,
They
that
did
would've
the
been cool.
ghosts, but I think they thought it would have been
Too
too
much?
far in this movie. That's already
Then
too
it's
far.
already way too far.
Yeah.
I mean, before that, he fought like 200 Smiths. So
Yeah, I love that scene.
That's
yeah,
a good
except for
scene.
when it turns into a fucking 2002 video game.
I
And
still
looks
love
like
that
ass.
scene. It's just a lot of CGI blend.
Yeah.
A lot.
So one of my big problems with this movie is that the previous movie had CG, but it wasn't like overwhelming.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was stuff to supplement the wire work. In this movie, they're just like, fuck it, just completely replace everything with CG. No, please don't.
No.
Yeah.
It's fucking garbage, especially in 2003. Like, I know it looked good in 2003. It really didn't, but it looked better than other stuff that people had done.
Yeah.
So,
these movies were kind of pioneering. Like they were a little ahead of their time. So like,
but it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, it was 20 years ago.
Yeah. So
I agree that it looks rough now, but I didn't hate it because part of the reason. So when we started watching this, I was like, these are kung fu movies. Like this is a kung fu movie. Like,
yes,
the Matrix, the first one wasn't as much because it was a little like, even though he says I know kung fu, but it wasn't as like, it wasn't a kung fu movie. Like this one, and I do believe the next one too, are just straight up kung fu movies.
Yeah, that's why the first half of the Smith fight and most of the castle fight are awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's kung fu movie shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like when it turns into a shitty video game,
yeah, I'm
like, nah, you just lost me. This just went from like pretty dope to complete garbage in like that.
So I feel like that's a pretty hard switch. I don't disagree with you. It would have been better had it all been kung fu.
Yes.
But I didn't think it was like complete trash.
Yeah, they just wanted to do too much in the wrong parts. So like the Smith part didn't need to get ratcheted up again. It could have finished where it was. Right? When it goes from real guys to completely CG, that whole part doesn't need to happen. Okay? And like the stuff that they do that works, that doesn't look bad and like is okay, and the people that will look bad in CG are well hidden, or stuff like when the semis crash into each other on the highway. That looks okay.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, they use the CG well. One of the things that I know about the movie, and I don't know if I would notice it if I didn't know about the movie, like about how they did some of the stuff, when they're driving down, when Trinity's driving the Keymaker down the road with and they do it in everything now, but this is one of the movies they started doing it with, when she's driving down the road with the Keymaker on the back of the bike. The way she is weaving, she would have hit like half the cars that are in the scenes.
Yeah.
But the way they shot that is like they actually had somebody on a bike, but they had like a quarter of those cars on the road.
Yeah.
And then they CG'd in a bunch of extra cars.
Yeah.
Right. So like it looks okay when she's doing it with like a quarter of the cars on the road, but then when they CG in all the cars, they like kind of fucked up a little bit.
Right.
And so like if you look real close, there's probably one that they drive through, sort of,
Yeah.
So like that stuff, they were on the cutting edge of that part of it.
Yeah.
And that's why those like little mistakes are in there. But that's not the stuff that bothers me. It's the Uncanny Valley stuff that's like really terrible.
Yeah.
That
like,
was completely unnecessary.
When he's spinning around on the pole.
Yeah.
Like in the Smith fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that kind of stuff. Like when they could have finished the fight without using all that CG, I just don't understand why they did it. Like it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
They just wanted it to be obnoxious.
Yeah. I mean,
like,
they did.
all the shots of him flying and stuff, like it's not hard to CG all the stuff around him and put a fan in his face while he's on a wire for like,
right,
because like that's a pretty big couple scenes.
Some of them they did the practical effects.
Some of them they did that, and some of them they didn't.
A little nutty with like I particularly I like the one where he like goes to save Trinity and he's pulling all of the cars.
Yeah.
I actually thought that shot looked really good.
Yeah.
Up until he catches Trinity.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I don't even know what happened. I was like, what? Why didn't you just shoot him actually catching Trinity? Because it was like another segment of all CGI. But
yeah. Yeah, that's the stuff that bothered me.
Yeah.
It's like it wasn't good enough to be seamless, but they made it seamless.
Yeah.
You know, so it's very glaring, especially now.
Yeah.
But that's just one of the problems I have with this movie.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, aside from the way it looks, I don't really know. Like, because I really like the way that this movie plays out. It except for like some of the Smith action scene,
Yeah.
even the action scene in the fucking mansion, like the action scenes were too long.
Yes.
Like the pacing wasn't paid attention to as much in this one as it was in the first one.
Yeah.
But there's I like this movie a lot.
The pacing was way off.
Yeah.
I feel like the story they introduced a lot more holes into it, and I think just because they were trying to be smarter than everyone else. Because like the way the story works is okay, but the way they present it is like they're trying to be as haughty and intelligent as possible.
Yeah, it's like got a pseudo intellectual feel to it.
Yeah,
like
so-
there's
but
some
it's-
lines that really bothered me that were like supposed to be really deep that weren't
Yes,
at all really
exactly.
deep. So I get that.
Yeah, like that stuff bothers me, and like, but and it's really funny to me because when they're doing it, they're introducing holes into the story, you know. So like, and there's a lot of opportunities for them to make it actually deep and intellectual that they don't
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So like, it's just, it's less bulletproof than the first one. And
What kind of holes? Because I guess I'm confused because I didn't really notice any plot holes.
well, there's a lot of holes in how they explain the how different things have happened, and like how there's like multiple versions of everything. You know, like going through the 5 previous versions of Neo, basically. And the way the architect explains everything is matter of fact, but you know, I don't remember if there's anything that he's lying about, because I don't remember what happens in the third one. But if you take everything to heart that he says versus everything that everyone else has said, and versus things that other characters have said that are part of the Matrix, then like it only kind of makes sense. Do you see what I'm saying?
I don't. So I don't quite get what you're saying because I think, but we'll have to watch 3 because the
Yeah.
way I think that it plays out is
I
that
don't remember.
Neo is actually the one. Like the prophecy is fake and the prophecy is bullshit until it's not.
Yeah.
And this is the instance that we're watching is the instance that it's not.
Right.
But I also have been paying very close attention because what I'm wondering is if they did like an Anakin thing. Like I said it in the first episode for the Matrix, because I don't know that Neo is actually the one. I think Agent Smith might actually be the one. How Anakin was like, he's supposed to bring balance to the Force, and then they're
Yeah,
like,
but it
well, he
was-
doesn't, but he actually does.
Right.
So like, I'm wondering if that was what they did, and like it just like I've been trying to pay attention to that because like Agent Smith also follows all of the same criteria for the prophecy so
Right.
far
Right.
as what Neo does,
Right.
and now he's unplugged. Well, he was already unplugged, but now he's like in the real world.
Right.
So, and if I recall correctly, I think it does play out that Agent Smith is actually like fits the prophecy better than what Neo does. But in this one, Agent Smith also said that they're connected. So, like, I think they're 2 parts of the same coin. And
Yeah.
that in this instance of this prophecy coming to fruition
Mm-hmm.
happens because they were both a part of it, as opposed to before where there was only a Neo type character and there was no broken code that
Right.
rebelled against the
Yeah, that
system.
refused to be deleted.
I also might just be thinking the whole series is better than what it is.
Yeah. I feel like that's where you're at right now. But yeah, there's no precedent for any of that shit happening with the machine code, like going into the real world and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And there's absolutely no reason or precedent or explanation for Neo being able to affect things in the real world other than it still being the Matrix.
Yeah.
It's because he's magic.
Yeah, well, that's bullshit because that's not
Right.
how that world works unless it is, and then they've lied to you the whole time,
Yeah,
which
that's
is
fair.
not useful. It's not good storytelling to do that with no foreshadowing whatsoever
Right.
until the end of the second movie, right? It's
Yeah.
like if nobody used the Force until like the end of Empire Strikes Back, and then all of a sudden fucking like Darth Vader, like they're just like sword fighting and shooting guns at each other, and then randomly Darth Vader just like pulls some shit off the wall with his mind and knocks Luke over, and you're like, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah.
And they never mentioned it. They're never like, well, there are myths that the Sith have mind powers. They never said that. None of that shit ever happened. It just like comes out of fucking nowhere. That was Neo blasting some machines at the end of that movie. It's just like, what? What? Like, I know because I've seen the fucking movie before, but like,
I didn't.
Yeah. Like, how did you feel about that?
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was also half asleep, but I still went, what?
Like, eyes most of the way closed, like, huh?
Yeah, they couldn't see that on the podcast, but I did a sleepy face.
How do you feel about this stuff, Nathan?
All right, well, so like, so Agent Smith infiltrated a human.
Yeah.
Because he's no longer a chained program in the system. He's free to do whatever he wants.
Sure.
Okay. And then there's the key maker that can, like, he has keys for everything. Apparently, like, he's a program that can just, like, get into things.
Yes.
Like a virus, we'll say.
Sort of. Yeah. Like a backdoor protocol.
So they're having to deal with a lot of programs inside the Matrix. Because the Matrix has programs that are old that shouldn't be in the Matrix. That don't necessarily do anything for the Matrix, like the Oracle.
So the Oracle and the Keymaker are supposed to be there.
Yeah.
But stuff
Okay.
like the ghost dudes and
Yeah.
the other stuff that the collects and like uses as bodyguards, those are
Okay.
not supposed to exist.
Okay. But then there's the architect.
Yeah.
And like this has happened like 6 times, the choice that Neil has to make.
Yeah.
Which I didn't understand. Because I was like, how many fucking times has Neil been alive? There were several ones. He's not just the one. There were other ones.
Mhm.
Were there other Morpheuses?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know. It was a very confusing story.
So
And-
with the Neo and the Morpheus thing, I don't think it's necessarily meant that it was them before, as there's always just been those types of characters.
But was it supposed to be someone else that was the one, or was it supposed to be him? Because like they're also playing all the different like reactions in the background, which is way more than 5. But like, is it what's actually happening in Neo's head? Is it what's happened before?
I
Is
think,
it like a projection of what the
I think
architect is like just fucking with him with?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of all of that except for what it was before. I think it's like a little bit of what's in his head and what what could possibly be going through his head, and the architect just fucking with him. Because I don't think, because like if Neo is a human, then he hasn't been alive the entire time. Like he was born into the Matrix.
Right.
Like, they cover that. So if Neo was a human and he was born into the Matrix, he wouldn't have been the previous reiteration of the one.
Right.
He's just the new iteration. So I don't think we're supposed to perceive it as they have been reliving the same life multiple times, as much as it's just been a reoccurring theme that has happened to maintain control, so that way there isn't an actual rebellion. Because what's better, like when you're in control, when you are the control system, what's better? Not having a rebellion you can control and letting them do whatever, or having a rebellion that you structure and you control.
Yeah.
Like,
It doesn't make any sense because the choice that Neil has to make, well, he's already made it, and he made it seem like all the other 5 iterations had made the same damn choice. Or a version, like, or, you know what I mean? It just didn't, I don't know. The storyline was confusing
I agree.
a lot. Like, it was not well written in any way. Like, there was too many holes. Too many plot holes.
Yeah.
Like, just too many story holes, really. Like,
Yeah, there's a huge
I don't
expo dump
understand
in that part, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It just like, hey, I know we've just had a bunch of kung fu fights, but here's like the whole story
Yeah.
of the whole
So,
fucking
like,
movie in this like 10 minutes.
Let's think
Yeah,
about
this
this
guy talking.
all right? The typical, like, we'll say guy. We'll be sexist about it, I guess, because that's what's going to happen with that. Like, I'm going to watch an action movie. All right? Let's watch The Matrix. Kung Fu, yeah. And then you dump all that shit on him. He's going to be sitting there scratching his ass, not knowing what's going on. Because that's how I fucking felt. I was like, this isn't Die Hard. Get the fuck out of here,
Yeah.
Stupid story. Like, and then, like, Neil saves Trinity by pulling the computer bullet out of her computer body.
he's computer messiah.
Yeah, computer Jesus.
Kung Fu computer Jesus.
Ugh. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, it's the most confusing shit I've ever seen. Like, it was like, I don't know. Like, I hated it. Like, and then, like, when watching it, I was like, this is why I didn't watch this garbage in the first place. Like, the first time I watched it, I was like, oh my God, the first one's so good.
Yeah.
And the second one, I was like, where the fuck did they go?
Yeah.
It's like they got confused and was trying to make a second movie while they were trying to finish this movie. Like, there needed to be more explanation for the storyline. The simple man, like myself,
And me.
and no comprende. Yeah. I think you could have done better. I will say though, like, Keanu Reeves is excellent though.
Yeah.
I agree.
And so is Lawrence Fishburne. I like Lawrence Fishburne's character in this more.
Yeah,
You
Lawrence
got a better
Fishburne
look at him.
is the only Morpheus and Lawrence Fishburne is the only person in the movie that I believe delivers profound sentences.
Yeah.
That's
Whereas
true.
like everyone else is like a pseudo intellectual, like
God, the fucking chancellor or the counselor, like trying to talk about like machines and stuff.
oh
like,
god, yeah.
we need them to live. Like, yeah, but we could just shut them off. But if we shut them off, maybe we wouldn't be alive anymore.
The best thing
Well,
he
yeah,
says
I guess that's
is,
true. But like, we still have the option to shut them off if we want to.
Right.
Yeah,
okay,
but is
Boomer.
that really your choice? What is control?
Yeah,
Shut the fuck up.
That's the
best-
whole movie, dude.
the best part of that interaction is when Neo's like, "So what's your point?"
Yeah.
and the old guy's like, "I'm just an old man.
Just an
we
old
don't
man.
make points."
We don't make points.
I was
Yeah,
like,
and he's
"That's
like,
fucking
huh.
right."
You know what I got out of that whole conversation? He was 11 when he was freed from the Matrix. That's the whole thing I understood. In my 11 years
Yeah.
since when I was freed, and I'm like, oh, okay, like, all right, whatever. Like, no, like, Morpheus's character, though, like, when he's talking to, before, Cave Rave,
Cave Rave
2003.
2003.
yeah, like, I was like, fuck, I'd follow that guy into hell.
Yeah.
And then they started dancing in hell, and I was like, oh, I don't really want to be there.
Yeah.
So in this movie, in Matrix Reloaded, my
Yeah.
favorite thing that is said throughout the entire movie, one of my favorite delivered lines is when the Nebuchadnezzar is destroyed. And Morpheus looks back and he says, "I have dreamed a dream, but now that dream is gone from me."
Yeah.
So that is the ancient Babylonian king who was said to have troubling dreams that he couldn't remember. There's a thing that Nebuchadnezzar actually said.
Yeah.
So, but it's just like I that is one of my favorite.
Morpheus the whole time is like acting like a real like philosophically challenged person,
Yeah.
whereas everyone else is acting like they're pseudo intellectuals in a kung fu movie.
Yeah.
They're more accurate, but way less interesting.
I agree. Cowboy Curtis killed it.
Yeah. Yeah. But God, like the just dumping the whole fucking story into one spot and him being magic outside the fucking Matrix and like
I have to defend the story dump because like, and I'm not a fan of shit ton of exposition all at once. Like I'm not, but like in this, I really feel like it works because like no one knows what is going on.
right.
So the only way to get that exposition out is to have the only character that actually knows what's going on.
Except he's not the only one that knows.
Well, he is because even the Oracle doesn't know.
Yeah, but God damn it, I'm gonna look up this motherfucker's name because we keep talking about him.
The architect.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're talking
Keanu
about
Reeves.
Machiavelli.
It's not Machiavelli.
That's Tupac.
What?
Yeah, Machiavelli, Tupac.
Merovingian.
Oh,
Merovingian.
Carrie Ann Moss.
No.
No.
Lambert Wilson.
Yeah, he does know because he's a program that exists
Right.
like
he
on
was
his own
supposed
accord
to be
outside of the Matrix.
right. He was supposed to be deleted.
Yeah. So he does know because he keeps talking about his predecessors.
Yeah.
So
So they could have spread it out a little bit.
yeah, I guess he could have said a little bit more, but I didn't like that guy, so I wanted him to talk less anyway.
I didn't
He
like
could
it
have
either.
he could have said more about that instead of
Orgasmic
Describing
cake. We gotta
orgasmic
talk about
cake.
the cake.
Oh shit!
the fucking orgasm cake. Jesus Christ.
So did you catch later when when his actual wife is like telling them
Monica
to go
Bellucci?
find him? Is that who that is?
Yeah, I think
Yes.
so.
Oh, when she tells them where to go find him, she's like, "You can find him in the bathroom."
The ladies' bathroom.
The ladies'
Ladies'
bathroom. Yeah.
You pronounced her name wrong.
What?
I don't think it's Belushi.
I said Bellucci.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
I misheard.
Oh, okay.
You probably said it right. Right. I was wrong.
I mean, maybe I slurred it. I don't know. I'm drinking all this water.
My ears been slurring.
Too
shits.
hydrated.
But yeah, like that's he like as soon as she leaves, he's like, "All right, I got something I got to go do." And she's like, "Where are you going?" "I got to piss." "Okay, leave me the fuck alone."
Yeah.
Yeah. Something's coming out of his dick, but it ain't piss,
Yeah.
and it's in somebody's mouth, not in a fucking toilet.
Yeah, because lipstick.
Orgasm cake. Would you guys eat that cake?
No, I don't want to put that.
I
guy's
don't
penis
know.
in my
You're
mouth.
gonna eat the cake the first time on accident. So the
Yeah.
question is, are you gonna eat that
Am I
cake
coming
a second
back?
time?
Am I coming back from cleaning out my pants and like eating it again?
One bite. That's all she took.
Yeah.
That's true.
Eat
I
the
don't-
whole fucking piece. Just
I
shove the
don't-
whole piece in your mouth and see what happens.
I do like cake, so it'd be hard for me to resist.
And it's cake that's gonna make you, you know.
Oh, that's what that was. Ah.
Nut. Did
Yeah,
you mean nut?
You could call it a nut cake.
Dude, I have a tree nut allergy.
I don't get that. I don't. Why? Like that fucking
Why the
scene.
fuck was that in the movie?
I don't know.
Jesus.
We're gonna bitch about stuff. Let's fucking bitch about that.
I mean, there's a lot of
That's
things that
fucking
are in the
stupid.
movie that didn't need to be in the movie. Like,
Who was the guy that the
Like Carrie Ann Moss. Yeah, we get it, Nathan.
no, I mean, just like the movie in general,
Yeah.
they could have saved a lot of money.
I'm just kidding.
Better
who was-
story.
who was the guy that they were leading away through the dining area when they were walking up to the Merovingian? Because it's not the keymaker, it's some like older white guy with like a beard and kind of mid-length hair.
Use the key receiver.
Maybe. The lockmaker.
Oh yeah, I don't
Candlestick
know
maker.
what that was about.
Because like Neo like looks at him and like it like shows you noticing that he sees this guy getting leaded away,
yeah,
but it never comes back to it.
I don't know. Maybe it does in the. No, I don't think it does in the next one. Pretty sure the next one is just like Return of the King. Like it's just like a big war for fucking 2 hours.
Yeah.
3-part war. You thought the fucking Smith and Neo fight was rough in this one.
No,
Do you remember the one in 3?
I thought the one
I
in
don't.
3 was rough when it happened. Like,
I
Like-
loved it.
I'm pretty sure I actually liked this movie before.
Oh, the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
I hated the third one.
I didn't like the third one when it came out. I also didn't like Return of the King.
I don't remember. I think I always watched Two Towers.
I also didn't like the third Hobbit movie.
I didn't
usually
like the
don't
first
third
Hobbit movie because I was like, why is this 3 movies? And then I was like, why am I like a soaring eagle panning over every scene in this movie?
Yeah, yeah.
Because you wouldn't shut up about the Eagles from the first set of movies.
I was not one of those people.
I didn't really care for the third Matrix movie.
Okay, so do we want to rate first and then decide if we're going to watch the third one?
I thought it had already been decided.
Oh, okay. I thought that was...
Hey, man, we don't half-ass something. We whole-ass the whole thing.
Okay, so we're going to watch all 3 movies, so let's go ahead and rate this one. I'm going to give it a fucking 6 because it's really bad.
Damn.
The only good part about this whole movie is Lawrence Fishburne.
I mean, there's still Hugo Weaving scenes.
No, but the Hugo Weaving scenes are bad now. Like, yeah.
It's because there's 30 Hugos.
He deserves 30 Hugos.
No, I would be okay if there were 30 Hugos and they were all as good as the ones from the first one. But it's like dividing him up, and then once he gets so fucking split up and distilled, then it's worth nothing. It's like there's no Hugo flavor left. You spread them too thin. You can't taste it.
He's like Hugo LaCroix.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Huh. You gotta have the Hugo flavor.
I agree.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You put a little Hugo on my bagel.
Yeah, and like that's a good bagel, but you put it on like the whole bag of bagels, and then you put the same amount on the whole bag of bagels, the bagels are not good anymore.
Okay.
Doesn't add anything to them.
Kind of want a bagel now.
We got some in the fridge.
There are
You like
bagels.
blueberry or regular?
There's
I like regular
Okay. What kind of cream cheese?
cream cheese.
We have all these
Ooh.
things.
Yeah.
I'm a basic white guy when it comes to bagels.
How didn't you like the dialogue in this movie?
Oh yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith was in this movie.
Who's that? Oh yeah, she got entangled with the other dude
Yeah.
in the movie.
Fucking terrible. I
So
don't
she's
like
like
her in
with
anything.
the one captain, right? And then she and Morpheus
She's
had
literally
a previous...
just like she was with Morpheus, right?
Yeah,
Niobe.
initially-
Her character's
initially
name was
before.
Niobe.
I forgot that was
she was
Jade Pinkett
yeah.
Smith.
She was with Morpheus, and then she's with Locke, and then like Morpheus just like runs into her, and he's like, "Hey, what's up?" And she's like, "What that dick do?" Basically, and he's like, "What? You know, you're with Locke, right?" And she's like, "Well, you know, some things never stay the same, or whatever."
Sounds like she wasn't locked down.
Yeah, she's trying to get entangled with fucking Morpheus, and Locke like walks up like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I'm gonna go now.
I
What's
do
up?"
believe-
And winks at him like, "What the
Yeah.
fuck is going on here?"
I mean, early shades of who she becomes later.
I mean, this is
also,
when that was happening, probably.
Morpheus is like younger than Locke, so like this
Yeah, I
all
don't
makes
know.
sense.
She like went for the power grab, basically. But like, she's a terrible actress. Like, so
Whoa. You never watched Woo
what?
or Booty Call? Was she in Booty Call?
I think she is in Booty Call.
She's really
What
good
about
at Demon
Woo?
Knight.
Is she good in Demon Knight?
I was just fucking
I
around.
I mean, Demon Knight's just good in
Demon
general.
Knight.
I don't
Like,
know.
I
what
like
movie she
Demon
was
Knight,
in
but
that
I
I
don't
liked her
know.
in. Hold on.
I don't know
Demon Knight.
anything that she's good in.
Oh, Tales of the Crypt.
I'm gonna
Yes.
look up
Yeah.
her IMDb and get back to you.
Okay. All right. Next episode, go ahead and email us at dqpdoes@gmail.com. If there's a movie that you like that has Jada Pinkett Smith in it and you like it, you like her in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in like 4 weeks, you'll hear the
In
episode
4
where
weeks,
we read the email.
Yeah. You got to keep listening because we're way ahead. All right. But yeah, like 6, like she's terrible. The plot is terrible. The pacing is terrible. The CG is terrible. Like I like Keanu Reeves and I like Lawrence Fishburne and I like Kung Fu. So that's where 6 points comes from. Russell.
So this happens a lot, and I'm just kind of discovering that you're like really like the glass is half empty kind of guy, and I'm like a glass is half full kind of guy.
Yeah, I give it like a really terrible review, and then I give it a high score.
Yeah, and I'm also gonna give it a 6, even though I defended it.
Oh, Nathan's got one.
The Nutty Professor.
She was shit in that movie. That movie was funny though.
Yeah, the only funny person in that movie is Eddie Murphy.
She was
All
the love
9
interest
times.
for Nutty Professor.
Okay, but like, was she actually good in it? No.
I thought she was all right in it.
I don't actually remember. I stopped
Got it.
watching comedies when my life fell apart.
I just like the silence in that.
Yeah, that all worked out real well.
Okay, so Scream 2's off the table as well.
I mean, she was dead
died
in like
right
the
in the
first 5
beginning.
minutes.
She did do a
She
good
died.
job.
She died pretty good.
Yeah.
She hounded Mr. Epps pretty well.
She did do Woo in 98.
What is Woo?
Wu-Tang?
The movie.
Isn't she like a superhero or
Wu-Tang
something?
forever.
Gorgeous
Damn right.
and
Assassin.
extrovert Woo meets insecure and straight-laced law clerk Tim at a blind date. Who plays Tim?
Sounds terrible.
Tommy Davison plays Tim.
Sounds like a bad movie.
Fuck.
Tommy
Sounds
Davison.
like every fucking 90s movie Tommy Davison did.
I don't even know who that is.
Booty Call. Watch it. It's pretty funny. It's got
Okay.
Jamie Foxx in it.
So you giving it a 6?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6. There's a lot of stuff I like about the movie. I agree that the execution is poor. I don't think I think it gets worse from here.
I'm really looking forward to the third one then.
This plane ain't pulling up, dude. Just letting you know.
Hey guys, I'm gonna be sick next week.
Yeah, Homelander and Maeve just got off, and this one's going in the fucking dirt.
Shane watched The Boys recently. After it's been out for 2 years.
Yeah, well, like I said, I need to catch up on some stuff that I wanted to watch. I think I'm going to watch Jack Ryan next, which like the last season of that came out 2 years ago. So,
Oh, is that over?
no, I don't think it's over. I just think they haven't released a season in 2 years.
Oh, that makes sense. We've been dealing with the pandemic for like 100.
Yeah.
S-
Okay.
yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I really have to say.
Okay.
Keep it
Dave,
short.
what do you got?
All right, so you two gave it a 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna flip the script. I'm gonna give it a
12.
6.5.
Oh, okay.
I didn't hate it.
So we just gave it the little nos.
Yeah, I gave it a little nos.
Yeah.
I'd actually flip the script. I kind of turned the
Okay.
script over. Yeah, I like it. I didn't mind it. I like Kung Fu a lot. I'm
Yeah.
a huge Kung Fu guy, so that most of those scenes with Kung Fu was cool. I love me some Cowboy Curtis.
Yeah.
Love me some Keanu Reeves. So, yeah, 6.5.
Okay.
I have not seen the third one, so now I get to.
Yay!
You're
welcome. Nathan, let's do this.
I didn't like it.
Okay. Is that it?
I don't know what more you want from me. Like, would I watch it again? No. I'm real upset that I watched it this time. I thought, oh, maybe this one's okay. It fucking wasn't. And then, like, I gotta watch the third one, and I'm really not happy about that. Watching face burnt Keanu Reeves, but whatever, man. Like, let's fucking do it.
What?
Did you not watch the third one?
Well, it's been a while.
Okay.
There were a lot of times I would watch 1 and 2 and then just not finish it. I know
wish
I
I'd
don't
have
like
done
3.
the watched 1 and been like, "Oh, this is a great fucking
Well-
trilogy."
I mean, that's
Yeah, me too. You know, me too.
Yeah.
That's something we didn't really hit on.
I'm so sad.
Nathan, do you want to watch something else next week, and then they can review it, and we'll review that?
God damn
Pick
it.
it. I'll
You
watch
remember
them
when he
both.
was
Fuck
excited?
it.
Yeah,
I mean,
he was excited.
Yeah, I remember
last
when Dave
week.
was excited to watch the second one last week.
We
Hey, that's true.
destroyed all of
Then
that.
he watched it, and he
Yeah, I
was
know.
like, "This sucks."
Yeah, now he's like, I don't
Was
want to
it
fucking
great?
watch the third
He's like,
movie.
"I don't want to say it sucks because they might kick me off the podcast." I
That's all I
got
have
news
going
for you,
for me.
Dude, I
I'm
don't-
fucking proof they won't.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what you've been listening? Like this side of the table's been like, this is a piece of shit.
It's true. It's very true.
But that happens a lot with movies Russell really likes.
I don't really
one or
like
both
this
of
movie.
us.
You don't really like
hate
this
it.
movie?
No, especially
gave it a
now.
6.
Rewatched
I don't
it.
really
Yeah.
I
pay
gave it the
attention to
highest
ratings.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it has positive qualities about it.
a couple.
They're few and far between.
Can we watch that movie about the tire?
Dude,
you
we
tired?
can totally fucking watch Rubber.
Okay.
You're gonna hate it.
Oh.
I
Why?
love it.
Why will I? Oh, fuck.
Because
I'm going to
it's,
pick movies that Russell hates from now on.
it's stupid, it's
Goddamn.
ridiculous, and it barely explains anything.
Awesome.
I'm gonna go watch Demon Knight.
Demonite.
I kind of want to watch it now.
I thought you were talking about Demon Hunter, which is a really terrible movie with Sean Patrick Flannery.
No, not that one. Talking.
Have you
Tales from
seen
the
that?
Crypt. No, I don't think I have.
Oh, see, I don't know anyone that's seen that. If you've seen that, feel free to email us at draftyq@gmail.com.
Oh man, we're throwing out more than one email today. Oh, I guess I should check the other one.
Oh, what email did you say?
I said dqpdoes@gmail.com.
Oh, yeah, you should probably check that because I don't even have that one set up on my Gmail.
We have
Yeah.
2 emails.
Yeah, I don't.
Whoa.
There was a lot of confusing stuff that happened early on that.
No email.
mail.
No
Just
mail.
none.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing from
You are the
Google.
opposite of Tom Hanks.
Yeah, nothing from Google. Nothing from that fucking porn store I sent $10,000 to. Nothing. Nobody.
Oh.
Hold on, back up. Porn star.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, I didn't get anything from Google when I signed up for that account. It's weird.
Huh. Let me
But
check
you-
my OnlyFans. Nope, nothing.
That's weird. You should have at least $3.
Did you give me $3? You could have just gave me $3, man.
We each gave you $1.
Yeah.
We're trying to support you.
I gave you $1.50, but
I didn't get it.
This time is a
God
hardship.
damn it. He's just like like half upping people. Not
Yeah.
full one.
Yeah.
He can't one up us. He's
As
just
a
a half upping.
I
What a
appreciate
fucker.
you, Dave.
I appreciate you.
All right. What the fuck are we watching next week? Matrix, whatever, the last one.
Resolutions.
I don't think, is that what it's called?
Revelations.
Renovations.
Renovations.
Yeah.
Renovations. They're going to redo it. That's the name of the fourth one. Matrix Renovations.
Revolutions.
Revolutions.
It's available on HBO Max for free, or if you want, you can rent it on Amazon.
I don't
Prime.
suggest spending any money on it.
Yeah, don't. Just
personally.
listen to us bitch about it. You
Yeah.
don't even gotta watch it.
Yeah.
Just we'll fill you in. Shane will do a rundown.
Yeah.
We probably have a DVD here. If you email us, we'll send it to you.
I have it on DVD and
Might
Blu-ray.
still be in one piece.
Dave, what movie are we really watching?
I don't know. You watch RoboCop?
I've not seen it yet.
Nah, man.
Let's watch RoboCop.
Oh.
That's gonna be.
Wait, which
later.
RoboCop?
We're gonna watch
first one?
that later.
Like the original?
Yeah.
Guys,
Okay.
Shane doesn't want left out. He wants to watch RoboCop 2.
All right, so fuck it. So Matrix 3 sucks. We're gonna watch RoboCop.
No, we're gonna watch it. We're gonna talk about it. It's gonna be bad.
Yeah, we gotta finish the One True Trilogy.
That's about to be a quadrilogy.
Can we just watch the Kong movie? I really want to watch
I
that.
watch that with my parents on Saturday.
So we're gonna watch it with your parents on
You
Saturday,
can watch it with my parents too.
Ooh.
You won't be here Saturday.
but I can watch it in
Can.
spirit.
Ooh.
Is it appropriate for children's?
Probably. Unless they're scared of big monsters like I was. Legit, when I was a child, I would watch Friday the 13th. I'd watch Halloween. I'd watch, like, when I was like 9, 10. None of that shit ever bothered me. But when I watched a giant monster movie It was like the most irrational fear that you could possibly have.
Really?
Terrified the shit out of me. I was never worried about someone breaking into the house and stabbing me in my sleep,
Yeah.
but I was absolutely terrified of like a 150-foot monster like stomping through the neighborhood and crushing me while I was in my bed.
Huh.
Little
I-
tidbit for you.
I just didn't like zombies.
I didn't give a fuck about zombies until 28 days later, and then I was like, those are not zombies.
Yeah, I didn't care
Yeah.
about zombies too much until the coronavirus.
It's like zombies at the Olympics.
And then I was ready for them. And then I was super disappointed when one got elected president.
Yeah. I'm just really upset we had to work through the apocalypse. Like, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah,
That was never
exactly.
in my fantasy.
Boring dystopia. Thanks for listening to DQP Does. Next week, we're going to watch Matrix Revolutions. Join us. I'm going to say one of the terrible quotes from one of the pseudo-intellectual characters in this movie, which is many of them. I could have picked anyone other than Morpheus.
Oh, okay.
What?
Is it like Mr. Anderson?
I didn't do
like
that.
72 times?
Yeah, Mr. Anderson. Mr. Reed, do your quote, please.
I
He
like that.
turned into Michael at the end of it. What is the reason? Soon the why and the reason are gone, and all that matters is the feeling. This is the nature of the universe. We struggle against it. We fight to deny it. But it is, of course, a lie. Beneath our poised appearance, we are completely out of control. Merovingian's a fucking dipshit.
Yeah.
Machiavelli.
This has been a production of the Drafty Quarters Podcast Network.